Welcome and thank you for joining us today.
We're Derps and Burps, the podcast for all gamers, spiritual souls, and creative minds out there.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our 56th episode of Derps and Burps podcast. We are here with Stefie
and Julia.
And as I said, together we're Derps and Burps. Thank you so much for listening and welcome back. So, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, guys. I hope you're ready. I hope you bought some candy or flowers, wrote a nice note, or maybe prepared a little fort together with your romantic person, with the person you want to spend a romantic evening with. I can't talk today. Or maybe if you're like Stefie, you're just gonna ignore that day even exists. Holy shit, I'm struggling today. It's only the first episode we record today, and I'm already having a stroke. So guys, again, it doesn't matter if you celebrate or not. We wish you a beautiful Saint Valentine's tomorrow. And in case you're a hater of Saint Valentine's, I can recommend you a song from Naomi John, which is called "Fuck You, Saint Valentine's." Or is it
just called Saint Valentine's.
Just Saint Valentine's, but it's basically a hate letter towards Valentine. So if you're a little grinch about Valentine's Day, I can really recommend you the song. She's so gorgeous in this, man.
Yeah.
And I said to Stefie so many times, Naomi John reminds me of Stefie so fucking much. I don't know why. But
it's such a huge compliment, but she has way more confidence than me. You know what I mean? I want to have her level of confidence, and then I can accept that compliment. But this is the only thing.
You're like, okay, confidence, maybe not really, but personality-wise, I don't know what it is. Like, there's something about her that reminds me so much of you. Like, obviously, you're two really different persons as well, but there's something. I cannot, like, pinpoint it. Like, you kind of look similar. And I don't know what it is, but for me, really, really similar. But yeah, and again, if you don't celebrate, if you don't care about Valentine's Day, that's fine as well. Today, our topic is our most romantic moments. Stefie's so excited for this episode.
I'm so excited, guys.
She was overflowing with memories and ideas. She was like, Julia, we're never going to be able to fit this all in 1 hour episode.
Yeah. Julia won't get to talk today, guys, at all. Just saying. Because I'm going to have so much to say.
Exactly. So anyway, today we're going to let you in on the most romantic things that happened in our life, a little bit of story times, maybe some stories you haven't seen, and a little spoiler. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify, I would recommend you to watch this one on YouTube, because I personally going to show you a lot of physical things on video that I think that will be a little bit cringy. Nathan's going to hate me after that. But I think it's worth watching this one on YouTube. So anyway, without going further, Stefie, update us. What's new in your life?
Not too much, like nothing special if I'm honest. Playing a lot of ARAMs at the moment. Max is into Apex again, which is amazing. So we can play together, or we are playing together. And he's always like, already like, yeah, if I'm higher than you, you're not the Bangalore main anymore. Because he's like a bang man, right?
Oh shit,
and
bang.
And I once claimed like that I'm the bang main now, and he got offended by this, obviously. So he's like, you're not allowed to play Bangalore anymore if I'm higher than you.
Which rank is he now?
So we're both Plat 2, I think. He's Plat 3 and I'm Plat 2 or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty fun playing together. We either scream at each other or we work together. Both is fine. It's a video game. Then I went out for the K-pop event again with Ben after months. Like, we finally got to go there. It's always like super weird with it, because every now and then, like, we think about it and say like, okay, when's the next Keiko in Graz? And then we look it up on the page and there's nothing on the page, like no announcement. And then you look up, I don't know, a day before or at the day it usually happens. It's there. It's like, tonight, Keiko. And we're like, okay. He's very spontaneous. He's always like, I don't know, one day before the host, 1 day before Saturday, he's always like, okay, maybe we do a Keiko tomorrow. And then, okay, yeah, let's post it. So it's super, super random. We got there. We went there.
Where is it,
pretty
by the
fun.
way? In which location is it?
It's at PPC, the small floor, like the second floor up. There's a big
Okay.
main floor where there's usually like rock stuff at the same time. Super funny to meet the people when you go for a cigarette then, because you either have the rock people there or the kawaii people, and it's so funny. Like I saw a cosplay Ari
Mhm.
this Saturday. She was like wearing the wig and everything, and I was like, okay, this girl's dressed up for Keiko, and like, yeah, cute girls, few Asian boys. Um, then it's always super funny because some girls are like on like right next to the DJ, and then they do like the choreos of the songs, right? And
Mhm.
everyone's just hyping them up and like, oh my god! And it looks cool though. And then there's one guy. He's like, I don't know, like shorter than me, and he's always like dancing to BTS, right? And it's some sort of cringe but also cute, and all the girls are like, oh my god, he's so hot, he can dance like BTS, you know. It's so funny. But yeah, good songs. It was a lot of fun. Ben and I met one of our fellow like Austrian streamer girls there, right? And it was
Oh.
super random. Like I was at the bar, and then someone just tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and she was like, "Are you Stefie from blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Are you blah blah blah?" And then it was Khaleesi, and I was
Aw.
super surprised, and I said, "I didn't know you listened to this." And she was like, "Yeah, since last year." So it was we partied together then for the rest
It's
of the
so
night
cool.
with her friends. Was super fun. Really enjoyed it. Beside that, Ben and I then on the hangover day started to watch Physical 100, which was perfect, right?
Which I already told Steffi to watch for like
Oh
weeks, I think.
no, I've been waiting for Ben all the time because he never had time. So I was like, "Can
Imagine
we
not
watch now?
making
Can we
time for
watch
Physical
now?"
100.
I know. I know. I said the same.
Really
So I
sad.
forced him.
Disappointed. Very good.
Yeah, I forced him to start watching it with me this weekend. So we did that yesterday, and we were both just on the couch, like leaning back, like, "Oh, I can't. I'm screaming. I need tissues." And yeah, it was super fun. Cool show. But there's only 4 episodes out yet, right?
I think to be honest, I only watched the TikTok content so far of the show.
Wow. Okay. You fucking hypocrite. You tell me to watch it, and then you just watch the TikTok content?
Listen. I'm not as bad as you into that kind of realm,
You
okay?
are.
Kind of, because of you. But yeah, I'm enjoying the highlights on
You
TikTok.
are.
My TikTok.
There's such a
messages.
cool guy. Like, it's Ancient H. Ancient H. Oh my god, is it him? Everyone's like, oh my god, is it him? And then there's another guy who's super famous, apparently. He came in as the last person, like last contender
Mhm.
in the beginning when they introduced everyone. And everyone was like, oh my god, is he really coming? It's him. It's him. He's super buffed. He looks very good.
Mhm.
You should watch it. It's very
Okay.
nice. Ben
You
and
know
I
what?
were just.
I'm gonna watch it today for you.
She's
I
such a
finished.
fucking hypocrite,
I
guys.
finished.
Such a.
I finished Megan and Harry. Harry and Megan. I'm not sure which one around. Very good. I was actually not aware how fucked up the whole monarchy shit is and how much they fucked her over. Like I was not aware how bad it is. So if anybody is into that kind of drama, can really recommend. Really, really good documentary. Really well made. Really gives a little sneak peek behind the scenes how like the whole British family is operating, how politically driven and how much they actually work together with journalists and stuff. Like it's actually crazy. I was not aware. So super interesting. I finished that. I went on 2 big Dogo dates this week. I went on Saturday. Oh yeah, I have to talk about how I got stuck with the car and how I believed and the universe delivered once again. So I was on Saturday. We went with Sabrina and Marina. We went for walkies at the Hafnersee, which is I don't know, half an hour from Klagenfurt away. It's like a nice tiny lake where there's nobody, where you can go with dogs off the leash. They can run around the lake there. It's really beautiful. So we went there. I drove with my car and we parked on the side of a field, and we still have a lot of snow, but it's like kind of melty, so it's like soft melting snow. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna park there, drive in with the car. And like when I drive in, I just notice how like the front X of my car is kind of like sitting on ice. And I was like, ooh, and I then just try to go backwards and my wheels are spinning. So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm stuck. And then I was like, I don't know, I had this weird feeling that it's gonna be fine. Even if I'm stuck, we're gonna manage it. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're just gonna go for the walk with the doggos. We're gonna enjoy our time, and then once we can come back, we deal with that. Like no matter what, how we're gonna get the car out, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So we went for a walk, 1.5 hours, had the best time. Really did not worry about it. And you know me, like past me, I would have gone crazy. I would have not been able to enjoy the walkies. I would have had a million scenarios playing out in my head how my car will be stuck there forever. But for some reason, like I am obviously not that person anymore, so I really trust that everything is gonna work out, and I worry about things when it's time to worry about
It's
them.
time to worry. Yeah.
Exactly. So we come back, we check again. I was like, maybe it's frozen again, and I'm gonna be fine. Anyway, car stuck, wheels turning. We were like, okay, fuck, whatever. What we're gonna do? So we had the smart idea that I'm gonna take just like little pieces of wood and put them like next to the tire, so the tire would get traction on that. So we literally started collecting wood for 2 minutes, started putting it down, and then a guy drives past us in like a postman. He drives past us, and we're like, didn't think anything about it. He turns around on top of the street, like, and again, this is not like a main street somewhere. That's like a small side street somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So really unlikely that anybody is actually driving there ever. Like in the full 1.5 hours, we didn't see a single person. And then we do that, and then one guy drives by, turns around, comes here, and he's like, oh, are you guys stuck? Do you need some help? And we're like, actually, yes. We would be awesome if you could help us. So we tried to pull my car out with his car. And what we did is we used like a tie rope that Sabrina had in her car that you can like fixate stuff in your car. What we didn't think about is that that's obviously not strong enough. So we put the string on and we tried to pull, and in the moment we were blocking the road because he tried to pull out my car, and another car comes rolling up and sees exactly in the moment the rope rips. So we can't pull my car out, and then he stops, he walks out, he's like, oh, are you guys stuck? Instead of like complaining that we're blocking the road or something, he's like, do you need like one of those ropes to pull a car? I have one of those. Like you need a specific one that can pull a few tons. And we're like, oh my god, that would be awesome. Do you have one? He's like, yeah, sure. So literally, we arrived back from the walkies. Within 7 minutes, my car was out of the ditch. 2 people stopped, helped. We're not judgmental, nothing. We're just out of really being really nice people. And the funny thing is, the guy with the rope was actually a friend of Sabrina's dad.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And he told Sabrina's dad afterwards that he usually never rides the back road. But they were preparing for like a Bauernball or something like that.
Yeah.
Like some party in the evening. And he was like, oh yeah, he's going to go the back road because he doesn't feel like driving on the main road because of the snow or something like that. So he just went there because he had the feeling that he didn't want to go the main road.
Yeah.
And that's why he stopped and then helped us. And like,
so crazy.
It's just so random. And like 5 or 7 minutes, I was done. Everything fine. I could drive again. So I really have to say, I got the nicest gift from the universe. I got a reminder to never worry about things before it's time to worry about them. I just got that really reinforced because, for example, I have at the moment, I'm renewing contracts with people that I work together, companies and so on, and one from one day to another just stopped working with me, which is fine. But I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh, now before Japan, and do I have to, whatever. And so I got a little bit worried, and that was, I feel like, the sign for me to, from the universe to be like, hey, stop worrying. Everything is just gonna work out just fine. Just, let everything happen that way. So as first dogo date, second dogo date I had just before the recording, we met some of our neighbors. We went into the garden of them and we let the dogos play for 1.5 hours. My fingers were fucking frozen, but now I'm warm again. Then I'm addicted to League again. And I'm grinding. I'm almost out of bronze already.
Noise?
Bronze 2. I was bronze 4 or 5. What is the lowest? 4?
5.
5. I was the lowest ever bronze 5. And now I'm bronze.
Or is
I'm not
5
sure.
gone and now rookies iron is there? I think
Yeah, probably. I at least I was the lowest.
I think
bronze.
5 is gone, yeah.
I think 4. Yeah, probably in 4. And now I'm bronze 2 with like 50 or 60 elo already. So
Easy.
I have a 83% win rate with looks.
Nice.
I have an overall win rate of 75, and that is only because when I don't get looks. But like I win every game I play looks. It's actually amazing.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah, and I think the other things I'm gonna keep for the next episode. So I'm gonna update you on other things because as per usual, guys, we are still pre-recording a little bit because when you're listening to this, I am on my way to Japan, friends. Or the day after, I'm gonna be on my way to Japan. So yeah, I'm gonna update you about the rest later. So let's talk maybe about the listener of the week, Stefie. Who is it? Let us know.
It is Mirror Split under episode 54, the Smasher Pass episode, which was apparently super popular. People enjoyed that a lot. And he says, well, you finally got me here. I felt pretty addressed with the prompt to go on YouTube and comment below the vids. Haha. I am a listener since day one, but I always listen to the podcast on Spotify. Yes, 5 stars and followed. Thank you very much. That episode was great fun. You can do more of that. I'd smash that episode. I almost fell off the couch when I heard your reckless MGK comparison. Holy moly, you're so right.
Oh no. We ruined it for more people. Let's go, Stefie.
So many people said that, even in the comments, like with Reckless and MGK, it's actually true. And I know it, guys. Do it.
God damn it, you ruined it for me. But I'm not sure who you ruined for me, you know what I mean? Because I like both. And thank you so much for the episode, and thank you for making your way also to YouTube to actually come by, say hi.
Much
also,
appreciate.
Thank you for the stars and followed. That's actually a really nice transition away from the listener of the week and our updates to our topic. So before we're gonna go in our topic, which is gonna be the most romantic moments in our lives, which Stefie again is really excited to talk about. A short reminder: if you're enjoying our podcast, we would really appreciate if you would rate the podcast, preferably with 5 stars. Follow it. If you haven't watched it on YouTube yet, give it a chance. See, maybe you're like me. Maybe you actually enjoy, even if you're just listening to it on your second or third screen while you're working, while you're doing whatever you're doing, and just have it in the back, and then you look to the left and you see our 2 pretty faces. So subscribe, follow, do all the good stuff. If you want to be up to date with the newest episodes, reels, we're also on TikTok, we're also on Instagram. You can find us everywhere. So
yeah,
enough advertisement. Thank you so much for everybody that smashed those buttons already. And now we're gonna straight get into our romantic moments and to talk about this whole things. If you haven't listened to the episode from last week, just a short update. Steffi's not really the romantic type, right?
Not really, no.
So you're not really excited to talk about this, right?
It's nothing I really do need. Like, as Naomi says, you don't need to put me on a pedestal in this way. Like, Like, I don't need the super romantic, you go on your knees for me and stuff. But I'm gonna fucking puke on you if you do that. I don't know. It's different for me. Like, different things are romantic for me than for you, probably. Because I don't need to be, or I don't like to be, not I don't like, but I don't need to be this, or need this confirmation of, oh yeah, you're the only woman in my life, bitch. Yeah, whatever. No, I'm a bit different here, yeah.
Okay. So today is probably just gonna be me talking about the greatest moments, and then Steffi's gonna throw in a few.
I do have a few, exactly. I have a few moments that are considered romantic for the mainstream. I don't know. It's like, you want to hear something? Julia forced me to write down things, guys, and I had to think about.
I was before the episode. Steffi had like two rows written. I was like, Steffi, listen.
First of all, I had most romantic moment, question mark. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
XD.
XD behind it. Exactly. It's still there, by the way. And I was like, Steffi, listen, I'm not going to sit here for 50 minutes and talk about my most romantic moments. this is also your turn, okay? So she actually wrote some more down. So yeah, just from my side, like I'm not necessarily super into it. Like if you would have asked me like 16-year-old to, I don't know,
You are.
21-year-old Julia, I would be the hopeless romantic. Like I want to get hopeless romantic tattooed on my knuckles. I'm that person, okay? Nowadays, would I consider myself romantic?
Too many letters, by the way.
Too many? No, you can do it in 2 rows.
True.
That's how you do it. You do it with the lower knuckles.
Less. Yeah.
And then you do it underneath. With the heart.
Yeah, probably works out.
Yeah. I know people that have it, and I was actually thinking about that. I'm happy I didn't get my knuckles tattooed, by the way. Maybe the back of my hand at one point. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not the most romantic person. I used to be like, I don't think if romantic is the word, but I try to romanticize a lot of things. So, for example, most of you know that I'm like journaling since years and years and years. And the way it started for me was when I was in high school, I got my first, like my mom worked at the bank. And for the people that don't know, on the 31st of October is the World Saving Day or whatever. And then they would always give out gifts to people.
Yeah.
And one of the gifts would always be
that
like
great.
A calendar that is like a really solid book, but it was always super boring in like blue with like the Sparkassen logo on it. But I was always into planning, so I would always decorate and put stickers on it and print stuff out and draw stuff on it. And so the first romantic things that I remember, and I still have those, I have every single calendar that I ever had. Like I have a whole box with all of my journals and all of my calendars. And it's super fun actually to go back into those. So anyway, like the first romantic things that I started to do when I had my first boyfriend, I would, for every day that we're together, I would draw like hearts on the day of the calendar. So you can exactly see on which day I was in the relationship. And then when the relationship ended, I would put like a black heart or like a broken heart in there and like teardrops and I don't know. So that's the way I was. And then like put pictures of my boyfriends and our favorite lyrics and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how it started back then. And now for me, being in a relationship and being romantic isn't as important as it used to be. Like I don't try to romanticize and force everything into a romantic light the way that I used to did it when I used to do it when I was younger. For me, it's more the classic things. For me, it's more like a choice every day to like step up for your partner and supporting them in good and bad days. So for me, a functioning relationship is less a romantic feeling of, oh my god, I love this person so much, I want to die for them. It's more like consciously making the choice to put something into their relationship every single day. Nevertheless, there's obviously things that stand out for me that were really, really romantic. So again, from my calendar started, I used to always, like, with every single really important relationship that I had, I always kept a memory box, which is also kind of like cringe, I guess. So I think I have it for like 2 or 3 boyfriends, two actually, and Nathan obviously. But for 2 of my ex-boyfriends, I have like a little shoebox where I put like everything in, like letters that we wrote each other, like cinema tickets, roses, like all of those kind of things. You want to say something, Stefie?
But you still have that now?
Yeah, I still have those.
Okay, that's crazy because like in the time I understand that.
Oh my god, I have something really cringy that I still have.
Okay,
I need to say
that's the thing, guys. That's where we're different because in this time I have I collect these things every now and then as well, or I did in the past. But as soon as I'm over the person, the trash goes with them. You know, it's like,
oh, okay,
bye.
No, I have all of that. I have all of that. Okay. You know what? So should I tell what is the cringiest thing I still have?
What?
It's kind of embarrassing to say that, but I still okay. So it was one of my diaries that I had back then, and as I said, like I collect cinema tickets, all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I'm saying this on podcast.
know it
or
is.
in public. I still own the wrapper of the condom we used for the first time.
Okay, but that's something. No, I understand that because this is something. This is a moment. It was the very, very first time you had sex, so
Yeah.
I understand that.
Like not the condom itself, but the package.
Yeah, you have
that
the used
yeah.
condom, right?
Yeah, I have the used condom.
Conserved.
Dried and pressed. And no, just the wrapper of it. So that is the cringiest thing I still own. So I
To be
still
fair,
have my diary entry from the day after where I wrote everything down. That must
I think I don't find that as cringe as the other things. Like,
Really?
that's fine for me. No, that's
So
fine.
keeping a
'Cause this is
condom wrapper
something-
is fine, but if you have love letters, that's cringy.
Yes, because this is something, a very special moment for you, like happened to you, with you, blah blah blah. The
Mhm.
love letters and everything. Once I'm over the person, or once I'm not together with this person anymore, I kind of like clear out my cache. I know it's weird,
Mhm.
but I'm like, okay,
No, I think just everybody
We're
works
not-
different in that.
yeah, but I don't know. I still find it somehow fucked up because you can still have happy moments with this person even though you're not together with it anymore, right? But how my previous relationships worked, they were more fucked up than they were like good. So my brain just completely deleted everything. I'm telling you, I barely have any good memory with my ex-boyfriend. Like, everything is just wiped from my head
Yeah.
because there's no space for it anymore, because I don't want it anymore. It's not important to me anymore. This person is not in my life anymore, not because we parted in a very like bad way. We didn't. It's just because this person is not in my headspace anymore. So my brain just deletes everything. Like, everything.
That's
I can
crazy.
barely tell you anything good we had together. Same with the bad things. Like, there's a few things I remember, but nothing special. Just it was a relationship, right? So I cleared my brain completely.
I have everything. Like as I said, I have like a
Uh.
shoebox for that from my boyfriend before I was with Nathan. I was with for like 8 years or whatever.
Yeah.
For example, what I still have.
I mean,
like,
that's a different caliber.
yeah,
So.
of course. But like in the end, to be honest, there's like relationships. It doesn't matter if you're like 8 years or something. Like you can have a really intense 1 year relationship or half a year relationship that emotionally was maybe way more intense than something you had for multiple years. You know, like I'm a person that thinks that yes, obviously, the longer you with a person, the more that person maybe means to you. But in emotionally, I think it's really hard to compare relationships or say like, oh yeah, I was with this person for 2 years, but with this person for 8 years. So the one was valued more or was emotionally more important. Like I don't really think, like I think you can have a 3 months fling that was so intense that it is way more in your heart and mind than something that was mediocre for 2.5 years. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I have this, and then for example for my ex-boyfriend, I don't have that much. To be honest, I have like because he was not really romantic, to be fair. I have actually, so I got to know my ex-boyfriend on my 16th birthday, which is kind of, was it 16th? I think so. I think it was 16th.
And then you were
birthday.
together for 8 years, or
yeah,
or 7
exactly.
years.
Yeah, 8 or 7 years. So it
Yeah.
was he was a year older than me, so it's not like any grooming stuff or something. Like we were both the same age basically. But it was actually that a friend of a friend was like, hey, can I bring a guy to the party? And it was actually like 2 of my friends turned 18 and I turned 16, so we had a party together, and then we had like a guest book that we gave around. Again, books are always in my life, calendars, books, journals, whatever it is. So I had a guest book where I let everybody, if they wanted to, write or draw something into this book to have it as a memory, where people like wished us happy birthdays or whatever. And I still have this book. And he made the most fucked up, stupid ass thing in this book, and I still have it. He drew a fucking penis.
I was about to say dicks.
he draw a fucking penis with emo hair in there, and he signed it with the fucker.
Okay.
That's
Edgelord.
Yeah, edgelord.
What an edgelord.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's, for example, what I still have from him. Another thing that I still have from him is Yuna, because we actually got Yuna together with my ex-boyfriend back then. But yeah, obviously she stayed with me. We don't have shared custody. She's staying with her mom. No. That is I think, from like, when it comes to keeping memories and like former relationships, I don't really think there was that many very romantic moments for me early on in my life, because the way I was searching people before that was pretty toxic. And I think I said that before multiple times, that Nathan is like the first adult and even relationship where both care simultaneously. So I think I have, also because it's probably the nearer future, so I remember way more of those kind of things, and I have a lot of funny things to show of what Nathan did. So if you want to throw some stuff in of you in between before I go into the romantic things that Nathan did.
I prepared a few things as well, because you were like collecting everything, so I was like, okay, let's just bring stuff here.
Let's
go. I have to.
Okay, so should I go further with the stuff? Or
I did, and then I'll throw in.
Okay, let's do that. So let's think. So first of all, I think I told the story already how I became Nathan's girlfriend, right? So we met online. We met the first time in person. We met up in Cologne, and then we went to a hotel room. His phone rings, and a friend of him is on the phone, asks what he's doing, and he just picks up. Literally met him the first time. We've seen each other for 30 minutes. He picks up and he's like, yeah, I'm in Cologne with my girlfriend. And that's how I became Nathan's girlfriend. Like, he didn't ask me anything. He just labeled me that, which was fine for me. Okay, he got my consent afterwards for that. But yeah, that's how we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So the first romantic memory for me is spending this weekend in Cologne, which was actually the weekend of Valentine's, which is also our anniversary date, Valentine's Day. Super easy to remember. It was super spontaneous. Hey, do you have something planned on Valentine's Day? Do you want to spend it together? We go in a city that we can both go easy, and then we're gonna have some nice food, a nice weekend, and we see if it works out with each other. Apparently now, fast forward 9 years later, it worked out. Spoiler alert. And ever since then, Nathan, I think I said that multiple times, Nathan is autistic and he has hyperfixations. And I would say, like, especially the first year that we've been together, he was really hyperfixated on me. And so what he did, so Nathan travels a lot through work, right? So every time he traveled in the past, so it actually, I didn't get that one, it's actually said. So it started with a bracelet. You know those charm bracelets? Like where
Which
you
ones?
can like I think they're just
Put
called
on-
charm, where every time you put like a new charm on it, the Pandora bracelets, exactly. It's not really the Pandora's because it's more like free hanging ones. But he started with that one till we moved in together. So for the first half a year, every time we met till we lived together, he would buy me a new attachment for my charm bracelet. I still have that one. I just forgot to take it downstairs. Love the idea. And then after a year we stopped because it was so full. And we moved in together. That was super, super romantic. Really loved that. And after that, Nathan started to, every time he was traveling, and he would come home, he would bring me something new. I'm gonna say most of the things are probably from airports, which is totally fine because I never requested it. But he was like, every time I travel, I bring you something because I think of you. So, example one, I have all the text still on it and everything. Like I'm a little bit weird when it comes to that kind of stuff. But we have a little French bear, okay? Here. Then we have a little British bear.
So
right
funny.
here. Have a kangaroo from when he was visiting Sydney. We have a cow because I'm not sure Actually, I'm not sure if I gifted him the cow or he gifted me the cow. Because so basically what he used to do when he would go on LAN, he would always have a lucky charm with him, which would be a toy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I gifted him a lion because for the two of us, it's like kind of Lion King is something that is like our movie-ish kind of. We both really like
Uh-huh.
Lion King. And so I gave him the lion, and for me was the cow because Austrians, coolie moose, no
Yeah.
kangaroos kind of thing. So this is the cow that I got from him. That was also my lucky charm that I got with me when I went the first time to LAN. When I still played CS. A little Nala, because obviously he's Simba Nala.
Simba.
Then I got a little Mike. What else do I have? I have an Olaf, which I heard Steffi has one too.
I have one too, but mine's bigger.
You have a bigger one? Oh. Oh my god, yours is really big. Oh, he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. So we both have an Olaf.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I have? I have when he was in Hollywood, he brought me an Oscar. It says Best Girlfriend Award.
That's so cute. I like that one. I don't know. I find it so funny.
It's really cringe. Like I remember he went
Best
once.
Girlfriend Award.
I also have like a little hairbrush. Like the little kids' hairbrushes that you can get at Claire's with like purple like glitter stuff. So I have like one of that says Julie on the back. I have one of those as well. Then he got me a little lion keychain thingy. That was actually from 2 months ago when he went to Abu Dhabi. He saw in the store that they have a little. What is he called now?
Cassidy.
Cassidy, not McCree. Cassidy, yeah.
Cassidy.
So I got a little Cassidy keychain because
you
when
got
you
a little chastity.
Chastity, chastity. Because Nathan plays him when we play Overwatch together, so I have a little Nathan coming with me wherever I go. And then I present you the cringiest thing I ever got from Nathan. That he will probably hate me for showing this, but whenever it's Valentine's Day, he gifts me flowers, and if he's not here, he sends them. So as I already said, Lion King is kind of our thing, right?
Yeah.
So I got this little card with a lion on it, right? And then it says on the inside, because the king is nothing without the queen. I love you.
It's so cute though.
Yeah, I really like it. It's cringe as fuck.
No, it's cute.
And I think this is like from 2014 or 2015. Oh. Those are my cringe things. I hope you enjoyed the cringe off. I didn't realize how much stuff I had, and I have like more than this before I just like started taking all of those out for the video. Also, why does it say boomer on this?
Boomerang.
My name is Boomer. Huggable Australian. Why is he called Boomer? He's a boomer. He's cute. So yeah, that is what I realized, that I actually have so many things from Nathan, and he still brings me like small things every now and then. Not every travel now, obviously, but it's kind of cute that if I think about that, if he's like traveling around, even if it's just at the airport when he's bored, he thinks of me when he sees something like cringy and cute, and he brings it to me. So I think it's really sweet. So yeah, Steffi,
sweet. Are we done?
Hit us up with yours. I think I'm done. Yeah, I think that's
okay, guys. Thank you for watching and listening to this episode. Next one, I'm gonna be with Laura about Japan and what you should do or not do when you. Anyways.
Oh my God, Steffi! I swear to God.
I don't know. It's like, I think I told you the story how Max and I met. It was super romantic, guys. We went clubbing. I went clubbing with his brother because we studied together, and Max, we all played like League of Legends back then together. But I didn't really recognize or notice him. It was just my study colleague's brother, right? And then we went out. Luke, he always wanted me to like make out with his best friend back then. I wasn't attracted to his best friend, and then Max was there, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna make out. So I took him, went home with him. After that night, I said it was a one-time thing. Because the
A
day
long
after
one-time thing,
was
huh?
a very long one-time thing. It was actually a one-time thing. I just no, it was the weirdest day after, like the weirdest day after. And then at some point, I don't know, we felt attracted to each other still, and we started like dating or meeting each other, and we got together. I think 4 months after this, May, Julia. Yeah, 4 months after we got together,
Were
and ever
you the one
since,
that kind of to like wait with getting together, or was it more
yeah,
him?
I looked up his zodiac sign, right? So I saw,
Oh no!
like, I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I not? I can be very clingy in the beginning. When I like someone, I'm like, okay, we do everything together. We just like spend 24/7 together. Spend the time together 24/7. And I was reading like about his zodiac sign, and if he feels pushed into a corner, he tends to like try to escape or run away, right? And I'm like, okay, no, Steffi, calm down, take a step back, you just chill out, okay? Oh, it was also because he was very young and I was like 23. He was 19 back then, right?
Hmm.
Um, so I was like, okay, does he
Groomer
even
Steffi.
want to get together with with like an older girl, like 4 years older than me? Obviously, when
Wait,
you're 18,
same.
it's
Wait,
a
we were
big
the same
difference.
age. It was the same age for you, and
Mm,
like almost like I was 24 and Nathan was 20. So
yeah, yeah. So
feel
yeah,
that.
and I was just very worried in the beginning because obviously a man at the age of 18 is still not 18 mentally, right? Or most of them aren't. So you're like, okay, is that a thing? Does he find me like old? Is it whatever? There was many things I was worried about, but apparently it worked out. Max is way more mature, even more mature than I am, I would say. So um was actually the first guy I met that had more brain cells than two. So I was very, very intrigued. And he's the nicest person I know and the purest person I know. Max is just such a pure heart. Sometimes
Aw.
annoys me because he's too pure for me. But
Aw.
Maria and I have the same problem. We're like, yeah, the Robosh guys are happy with everything. They're fine with everything. They're so like at peace within themselves. It's like, can you just
Where's the
fuck up
drama?
once? Yeah, just be like bad for once. It's like, so yeah. But obviously that's just how to say it. That's like the
Complaining on the
small,
highest level.
yes, complaining on the very high level. So yeah, we've been together for 8 years as well. Um, about romantic things, Max and I have our songs. Sometimes when I like listen or blast the songs on my hi-fi stuff, and he hears it as well, like we just dance together to it
Aw.
and stuff like that. It's super. I like the spontaneous things, I don't really like planned things unless it's like a travel, obviously a trip or whatever it is you do together. But beside that, the most romantic things to me are the spontaneous ones,
Mm.
I'd say. And I just like when it naturally happens.
Mm.
I don't like forcing it into it. So those things mean the most to me when it just happens because it's the like perfect time for it.
Yeah.
Um I still have like he gifted me the rose on like one rose on Valentine's. I think it's even like it's been even longer. I think it's 5 or 6 years even. And it was one of the dried ones. I still have that
Aw.
right next like to my bed
Aw.
on the table. Super cute. I don't really like flowers and I wish that rose was black or white. I'm not like I don't I don't flowers. If you gift me flowers, I'm gonna be upset in general. Like that was fine because
Mm-hmm.
it's. I told him like I would love to have one of the dried roses.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably, I didn't say the color. Like I didn't say yeah, I want it to be black or white or whatever. But if you give me flowers for birthday, guys, or for whatever day it is, I'm gonna be fucking upset and I won't talk to you for, I don't know, at least 2 weeks. I don't like flowers at all. I don't need them. I don't see the purpose or the point in cutting flowers and putting them into a vase. Like,
Mm.
give me a fucking seed if you want me. Like, if you want to give me flowers, I prefer. Huh? What?
Give
What?
me your
Huh?
fucking seat.
Yeah. Donate your
Give me
seeds
your
to me.
fucking seat.
No, no
Sorry, I'm
flowers in
five.
a vase, please. I don't really like that. Beside that, what else do I have to say here? I find fireworks romantic, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching fireworks together. I really like that. Just like hugging each other, looking into the sky, seeing everything explode. Beautiful. So I like that. Yeah, as we said, I got the Olaf as well. That was actually first Christmas, I think. I got this one
Aw.
because he knows how much I love like Frozen or loved Frozen. So yeah, I got the Olaf. Um, for my oh my god, for my 30th, he
For
gifted
your
me
third
last year
birthday?
for my third birthday. For my 13th birthday, I got a trip together, and it was actually super cute because he asked Nita and Sasu about the New Zealand trip, and they met up, right? So he was like asking about everything and the planning and stuff. So we won't go to New Zealand because it's a hell a lot of money, and Max is still studying, and with everything like the price is racing, our apartment is kind of expensive. But we will find something within Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually, like we said, New Year, like this year, start of this year, we gonna sit together and we decide on a destination and then plan everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we might do that maybe on Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll do that on Valentine's Day with him.
Aw, that would be
So
cute.
we
Do you
planned
have
that. Yeah,
like a
super cute.
few do you have a few countries already like roughly an idea?
Uh, uh, not really. I mean, Norway, super beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But beside that, no, not really. I wanna search for beautiful places, like also like highly energetic places, and I would like to go there with waterfalls and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my only criteria. Like, I want to see beautiful waterfalls and the ocean. That's the
Mm.
two things I want to have. So you can already like cross out a
Mm.
few countries. But beside that, no, not really. We didn't decide on anything or like any direction. So we will do that. I will do that on Valentine's Day, and then I'll tell you how what we decide, like for what destination we decided to
No.
go.
Need to keep us
Um,
updated on that.
I also asked Max what his most romantic moment was, like what he thinks our most romantic moment was, and he
Ooh.
said it was one of the very first times. It's been 8 years, guys, so we haven't had many apparently. But anyways, um, the one most romantic moment to him or most memorable moment was when I brought him home for the very first time, and we were at the lake during the night, like looking up at the sky at the stars, like,
Aw.
yeah, that was one of the most romantic moments for him, he said.
So sweet.
Yeah. And beside that, I don't know, I really like playing games together. Means a lot to me. I just want to have something I can we're both gamers, right?
Mm.
And I really like playing with him or having a game we can enjoy together, because that just shows me that we work together very well in stressy situations. For example, with Apex,
Mm-hmm.
even though we scream at each other, it doesn't matter, like it works out in the end because this is the way how it works out in the end.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really like that. That just shows me that we can work together,
Mm.
in these situations. So I really like this. And that's something, sounds weird, but that's something I find romantic. If you can play video games with your partner without killing each other.
Oh yeah, I wish I had
I
that.
like that.
I can't when Nathan said it.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I
to be fair, with League, Max and I cannot play League together because he's constantly like when we're together in bot lane, he's constantly telling me what to do, and I get so pissed off by that I do the exact opposite, right? And then
Uh,
he's just molding and fuming. He's almost killing me, I swear. He's almost killing me, and I do it on purpose.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
yeah,
I've
I'm feeding into
seen.
the hate.
I don't think I've seen Max mad yet.
Oh,
I don't
in
think
League,
so.
you can tell whenever he's screaming the shit out of him,
It's when
like
he plays
he's
League.
playing League. Yeah. I know exactly when he plays WoW. I know exactly when he plays League or Apex because his like level of madness is so different, and he's just constantly like screaming when he plays League. So yeah, it's like very funny.
It's actually
So yeah,
really funny.
that's basically it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
for
So
for us, we have plans for Valentine's Day now. Because like as I said, I think last episode we didn't have like dates yet where Nathan
yeah.
has time off because he's super busy with games at the moment. So we
Mm-hmm.
actually have been on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday when I took the day off when we went for the walkies first.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening we went to a nice Italian restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
just the two of us. We had really, really good dinner, had really nice talks. And one thing that I like, I mean, I realized it already. I think we talked about it often that in relationships, it's often a problem that we expect other people to do things that we want them to do without actually telling them what we want them to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Why doesn't he read my
why
mind?
doesn't he read my mind? And I want you to hold my hand right now. You know, that kind of things.
Yeah.
And so, for example, like I'm always worried when it comes to anything physical because of especially the autism and like just him being uncomfortable in public or whatever it is. And we were sitting in a restaurant, we were like waiting for food, we had a really nice talk and stuff like that. And I had like my hand on the table and I was like, fuck, I would really just like to hold hands with him. Like the classic just
Mm-hmm.
sitting on a small table in an Italian restaurant and just holding each other's hands. You know, like
Yeah.
the super cringe thing, completely obvious that everybody does. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna ask. If he doesn't want to, he's gonna say no anyway, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, can we hold hands? I would really like to. And just like, yeah, sure, of course. He put his hands there. He held my hands. We just kept on talking. And that was for me, like, it was just such a small thing
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know, for him was
It's
like,
such a cute thing.
yeah. And I was like, oh, it's so fucking cute. Yeah, we're gonna suck on the same spaghetti like in what is called the Disney
Bernard
movie
and Bianca.
Bernard and Bianca,
I don't know the
Lady and the
English.
Tramp. Yeah. So exactly like this. No, we didn't do the spaghetti thing. We don't share food. Okay, when it comes to food, we're both foodies. We both need to eat a lot. We're not sharing our food. We give each other a bite of whatever it is, but you know, spaghetti sharing is not one of the things. So we had a really nice dinner. That was like our kind of like pre-Valentine's thing because he had the day off. And then he was like, yeah, but I have next Saturday off as well. So if you want, we can go for like another dinner if you want.
Oh.
So I'm not sure yet. He said I can decide either we're gonna go for a second dinner next Saturday again. Or so like it's the last day before or like the last weekend before I go to Japan. But what I'm thinking now is what I want to do because we've been out to a restaurant. So I was thinking about just the couch day, like to just order food and snacks, put our like blankets and pillows on the couch and cuddle the whole day on the couch and watch movies and eat good food and just enjoy the time together. And then actually on Sunday I'm gonna have a different romantic thing to do, a friendship related romantic thing. No, but I'm gonna have Verena and Saf's coming over. And we're gonna watch some trash TV and have some good snackies to kind of say bye before, you know, I leave Japan like this. So yeah, those are the plans pre-Valentine's Day. And then on Valentine's Day itself, I'm gonna actually spend it with Laura in Germany and Grizzly and Carlos and Eas. So yeah, super excited for Japan now. It's getting serious, ordering all the things, starting to kind of plan what to pack, what do I still need to organize and get before I leave.
Yeah.
All the things. Like yesterday I was like doing laundry and I was like, Nathan, should I show you how the washing machine works? Because, you know, like he needs to bring down the laundry, he needs to bring up the laundry and he needs to put it in the shelf. Like I just do the physical thing of throwing it into the washing machine and starting in.
Mm-hmm.
So technically he doesn't know, but he has the shit job. I have the easy one, right? But that's fine. So I told him, like, I was like, do you want me to show you how the washing machine works? Because, when I'm gone, you're gonna have to wash your... He's like, I think 3 weeks I'm gonna have enough clothes.
No
I don't
way.
think I'm gonna have to wash anything.
No fucking way.
Oh, yeah, that was his answer. Fucking Nathan. I mean, to be fair, I think he actually has enough things, like underwear and
But
everything.
you know what that means, Julia?
I come back
Once you
to,
come
like,
back,
yeah,
uh-huh,
3 weeks of laundry.
yours and his.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna wash my laundry also in Japan. Like,
Yeah,
we are there
but
for 3
still.
weeks, so we're gonna wash for sure, like once or twice in between, I think.
I'd kill him.
I mean, to be fair, honestly, I do not mind laundry that much, but for me, it's just like
It's
he
the
brings everything
principle.
downstairs. I just sort it, throw it in, start it, and then
Mhm.
he brings it up, folds it, and puts it away. So, and I don't iron. Fuck ironing.
Neither.
I don't know which people are still ironing clothes. Other people, like, I mean, okay, like button-up shirts or something like that, but
Yeah.
no, really bored.
My mom
people.
does. My mom does.
Oh, my mom
For
used to
for my
even.
brother.
My mom actually used to even iron like underwear and shit, I think.
That's crazy. But listen, Mo drives to my mom with his like suit stuff, like the button shirts.
Yeah.
She washes it and she irons it for him.
Jesus. How old is Mo?
My brother also has a cleaning lady for his 30 square meters apartment.
I am jealous.
I
love
love
a
him so
cleaning
much.
lady.
He's like the audacity, I just love it. It's like, yeah, she's cleaning for me. She's the best.
Honestly, if I still don't have one, listen, if anybody listens to this, if you want to be my cleaning person, I pay very, very well. I would love to have a cleaning person.
Yeah.
But no. The only thing is, like, I just can't believe there's 35 euros an hour for a professional cleaning company. 35 euros
Yeah.
an hour. Like, fuck that. So that's the only thing. Like, I'm not gonna pay 35 euros per hour if you need 4 hours, and then you come 4 times a month. Like, it's like having an employee. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a little bit too much. I'm sorry for that. But yeah. I think that was our Valentine's episode, right? Or do you have something else that you want to add?
Yeah, there's one more thing that
Okay,
came to my mind. I find very more sexy than romantic. I know I'm very like I'm wearing sweatpants and hoodies most of the times, but when I want to dress up, I dress up. And what I really like is dressing up sexy, like whatever it is, whatever you want to wear to feel like comfortable and sexy together. And then just go for a drink. Like what we did last year in summer, I think it was in summer. Or spring. There's one super fancy bar here where only the hipster cool people go there and have a lillet, right? And drink there to be seen. It's like it's about being seen and seeing. So you sit there in the middle of the city and everyone sees you and you see everyone who's passing by. So Max and I went out for, I don't know, we just did some shopping in the city. And then we were like, you know what? We go to Pink Elephant and have a drink today there. We gotta be super fancy. So we went there and he had a beer and I had a lillet, obviously. And we sat there.
Yeah.
Yes. And we felt like super fancy because we were the couple there, right? Like with all the cool people. It's like they're how to describe. It's like usually I just not despise those, but you don't really. It's basically Felden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's basically the high society fucks. So, and we just found that very funny. So we sat there, enjoyed our drinks. I had two Wildberry Lilets. He had like 3 beer, I think 3 or 2, and we were both like super tipsy because it was super warm. Sun was shining, and we both haven't eaten much, so we're like, okay, we're feeling it right now. But that was a very nice moment, which I really liked. I'm not really a person that enjoys going to the restaurant a lot.
Yeah,
But
you're not really a foodie, so right?
True, yeah. But every now and then, I really do like just dressing up more than like sexier than this, right?
Mm,
Sexier than a hoodie, together with my partner, with Mux, feel super comfortable together because we look hot as fuck together and then we go out for a drink. I really like
yep.
that.
Yep. I can see that 100%. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like for me, like obviously I'm a foodie. Like I go out to
Mm-hmm.
restaurants also because of the food, but it's like the whole construct. Like it doesn't matter if I just go
Yeah.
with my partner or like the group of people that we hear, like with Sabrina and Marina and stuff. For me, it's like you can, as you say, you can dress up, like you can
Mm-hmm.
feel a little bit fancier than usual. You
Mm-hmm.
have the social aspect with for being outside with your friends, enjoying something together, plus having quality time.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that. Yeah, so that is also something I really enjoy. But yeah, that was what you wanted to add, right?
Yep, that was everything. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Perfect,
done.
perfect. Then I think we're gonna be done for today, guys. Again, no matter if you celebrate or not,
Thank God.
we hope you have a beautiful Saint Valentine's. See, Stefie being a person says she hates fucking being romantic and Valentine's stuff. There was actually a lot of stuff that she talked about, so I
Yeah,
think
because you
she's just
forced me to.
listen. She just
You forced
tries.
me to come up
She
with wannabe romantic shit.
yeah, and then you couldn't be stopped anymore with special moments.
I couldn't be stopped. I had to write
Mm-hmm.
down things. It's okay, like, but then again, I don't need it. It's nah. Mm.
Guys, it's okay. We all know now Steffi is a hopeless romantic on the inside as
I'm a
well.
hopeless
But
romantic.
she
Oh
wants to
God.
keep her facade up. We're fine. We can
No, I'm
pretend that
not.
Steffi is a Grinch for Valentine's. No, I'm kidding. No, but
I just don't. I just don't like made up shit. If it happens, then it happens, and then in this moment, if it's romantic, I appreciate it. But
okay.
I don't need flowers on the floor and stuff like that. This is something that makes me turn around and leave again.
Okay. At least now we
Yeah.
know. Now we know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send Max the last episode in this one to listen to, so he knows.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much again for listening. We're gonna hear each other again next week, as per usual. Also, thank you so much for all the good feedback on the Smash or Pass episode.
Mm-hmm.
There will be more of that, so keep your eyes
Hell
and ears
yeah.
open. Have a beautiful rest of your day. We see each other again next Monday. Bye.